Hey guys, what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. I'm back here at Dimmick Cadillac, and we have a very special car for you. This is it. This is the last year of the famous, or I should say infamous, Cadillac CTS-V. But before we just dive into this, let's talk a little bit about the CTS. So the CTS has been replaced by the CT5. There's some people that are loving the changes, but there's some people that were really scratching their heads when Cadillac said, we're not gonna make a true V car. When you see that letter V attached to a Cadillac, one thing for sure, especially with this 2019, is you're getting a crazy amount of performance, because what they're doing is they're taking that mid-size sedan and they're pumping it with full of steroids, high performance steroids, to give you not only the luxury, not only that mid-size sedan room on the interior, but also performance that's second to none. Believe it or not, many Cadillac owners that have bought this vehicle complained that it was too fast and too wild, and that was one of the reasons why Cadillac wanted to turn the CT5-V into something, I guess, a little less scary. But let's go ahead, dive into this final year. 2019 is the final year of the CTS-V, and see why it will always be remembered as a very special car. Right off the bat, there's nothing more classy than a black Cadillac, and this CTS-V just looks so sinister. You can see the older style in the headlight design compared to the new CT5-V. I still love it though. Full LEDs, LED daytime running lamp. I've always liked that cascading waterfall look, and the way that it's continued past the bodywork. Now, speaking of the bodywork on a CTS-V, it's not just about supercharged power underneath the hood. You're also getting totally different bodywork that's gonna turn this into basically a cruise missile. You have your lower functioning vents down here, everything to help cool those radiators. I like the way it's gloss black, especially with the black on this particular Cadillac. You got your horizontal slots, and then check out the large splitter that comes and extends out from the front fascia. This is actually gonna give you downforce. So it's not just about, hey, that looks cool, man. It's about giving you downforce and improving airflow, because at the end of the day, this Cadillac will do 200 miles per hour. Let me put that in perspective for you. That's a football field every second. Just chew on that. As we come across the center section, you're gonna get that classic Cadillac grille. I love the brushed aluminum around the perimeter. You got that Cadillac logo there. And then I'm really digging this, almost looks like a chain link fence design for both the top and the bottom. Something a little bit different, help it stand out. And Cadillac, I feel like this style grille always fits it so very, very well. But I'm glad that they use the same design, both top and bottom. Now, when we go up onto the hood, this is not like any other Cadillac hood you've seen. We have a massive raised midsection, and then you have functional heat extractors. Because remember, underneath that hood is that supercharged V8, well over 600 horsepower. We're gonna drag hot air out, and at 200 miles an hour, that really becomes an aerodynamic aid. As air is hitting the front of the vehicle, we need that air to go somewhere. But you can see the height of the hood from the side. Really love that. As we drop down, this is a wheel and tire setup specific to this particular CTS-V. Now, when we're looking at this wheel, I love the chrome finish. It gives it that nice Cadillac look. It's wrapped in Michelin Pilot Super Sport tires, which are known to give you grip and also give you some reliability. This is a 19-inch wheel, 265 on the width, 35 series sidewall. Look at those calipers. First of all, you know, having Brembo braking capability, obviously those massive calipers are gonna slow down this thing, but I like the flat red with the V logo, two-piece rotors. I don't know, if you don't have any plates at home to eat off of, you can eat off those rotors. That's how large they are. And being two-piece is gonna allow them to cool a lot faster as those calipers just grab down on those rotors to slow this thing down. Underneath the fenders, you have full magnetic ride suspension, which is gonna calculate every nanosecond what the pavement is doing so that you get maximum stick from this CTS-V. Now, going into the fender, I love that nice flared out look. You do have functional side vents. There's our V logo, so classy. Going into the side of this vehicle, it really is menacing. For a Cadillac to look menacing, that's a hard thing to do, but they really did it well. I love the lower sill, how it kind of flares out as you get towards the back. Very nice prominent belt line. You got a little bit of brushed aluminum around the top and the bottom, and you do have a panoramic sunroof, which is nice, extra touch. A lot of performance cars, you don't get the sunroof, so it's nice that they have that. We get to the rears. Let's talk about rears. So you had the 265s up front. These are 295s, so that means we have a wider rear tire. This thing is rear-wheel drive. You better be able to dance like never before to get the power to the ground. You got 4-piston calipers, and even the rear rotor can be used as a Thanksgiving Day plate for your turkey this year. Absolutely just mind-boggling. Now, when we get to the rear, I love how the nice, the low roof kind of slopes back. You're gonna get this functional trunk lid spoiler. Nice kick up there, gonna give you downforce on the back. You got your CTS badge. Of course, we got our V badging, and then we drop down this diffuser. I'm telling you, it looks like it's off of a race car. You're gonna have this quad exhaust, which is that adaptive exhaust. You can make it louder, you can make it quieter. My advice, make it loud. Let people know that you have supercharged power underneath the hood of your Cadillac. I don't piss off all the neighbors, who cares? But let's go ahead, pop that hood, and see what's really powering this Cadillac. All right, guys, we got the hood popped, and like I was telling you, this is not like any other Cadillac. Carbon fiber hood. I think I would just open up this hood and stare at it for hours if it was in my garage. Love the massive heat extractor, the V logo, and then as we drop down and pan down, there she is, plucked right out of a Corvette, a Z06 Corvette, is that LT4 V8 engine. Look at the massive strut tower brace. This thing is so intense that it can hold up the Brooklyn Bridge. My only zonk, though, for underneath the hood is this cover here. I wish they would take this off. I know they need a place to put the V logo, but take that cover off. Let that LT4 be seen in all of her glory. But let's talk a little bit of numbers, shall we? That's that 6.2 liter V8, supercharged V8. It's a pushrod V8 engine, 640 horsepower, 630 pound-feet of torque. Now, I am gonna zonk that. And I know you're probably saying, well, Joe, why would you zonk that much horsepower? It's detuned. I wish they would have just left it at 650, just like the Z06, but it is mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission, 0 to 60 in 3.6 seconds, top speed 200 miles per hour. If you're worried about MPGs, you need to go look somewhere else, but you're looking at 14 in the city, 21 in the highway. The car weighs a light for this size, 4,141 pounds, and of course, it's good old rear wheel drive. Looking underneath the hood, seeing that massive V8, there's no replacement for displacement except for a supercharger. That's for sure. But if you're ready, I'm definitely ready. My ears are ready. Let's fire up this Cadillac and see what it sounds like. All right, guys, we're sitting inside the 2019 Cadillac CTS-V. It's a really special moment. This is it. This is the last of this generation of car. I know you're probably saying, well, Joe, how much is this? First of all, this car only has 2,400 miles on it. Whoever the previous owner was, I would like to know why you didn't drive this, because I'd be driving it every day. But brand new, this was right around $100,000. Dimmitt has it marked. It's pre-certified with only 2,400 miles for around $81,000. Let's see what you get for the money. Door panel, drop dead sexy. You got the leather, the stitching, the Alcantara, the carbon fiber, and a little bit of chrome trim because, hey, it's a Cadillac. It's got the Bose sound system, and you have a nice pocket there for your drag strip tickets. As you go down and you get your time slips, you can fill it up on that passenger side. The dash, they brought it all over. Look, Alcantara, leather, the stitching, the carbon fiber, the beautiful chrome trim. Even the way that they did the perforated leather here, nice soft touch. You have a little bit of gloss black. The gloss black is not too bad, so don't go too crazy on that, but you have the 8-inch Q system. I know a lot of people don't love this system. My advice, don't even use it. Don't even turn on the radio or anything. Just listen to the sound of a supercharged V8, but you do have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, of course, navigation. It's all touch screen. Let me show you your backup camera. I'm gonna put the car into reverse. There we are out back. You do have trajectory, which is really nice. I'll put it back into park. You got your start stop button conveniently placed. And then you have your AC controls, which if you want to do AC on the screen, you can. If you don't like touching screens, I get it. You could do it here. The nice thing is that you got your heated seats, real easy to get to. The not so nice thing is that at this price point, there's no ventilated seats. So I am gonna zonk that. But I do like the way they brought the perforated leather all the way around, the stitch work, even nice and soft on the sides. Cup holder lid, stitching and soft. This is gonna control that 8-speed automatic transmission. You have your mode selector button, which I'll show you what that does in a few short seconds. We open that guy up, look at that. Whoop. Key fob. This is what's controlling your over 600 horsepower. It's nice and thin, it's light. It's got remote start. You can pop the trunk, tell somebody to put your race fuel back in the trunk, you just pop it. And then we just close that just like that. Look at this, we open this up. You know what this is for? When you smoke the competition, when somebody pulls up next to your light and you just blow their doors off and they just eat your smoke as you're coming off the back, give them a breath mint, make them feel better after you just whoop their butts. You do have a 12 volt, which is a nice little touch. Close that up. Alcantara, look, they brought the Alcantara. We open now, you can't see it, but I can. You do have maybe a spot for one Twinkie. So if you want that race winning Twinkie, you have a room in just for one. You have a couple USBs, a 12 volt, and some felt lining, which is nice. Seats, say race car. Recaros, love the chrome trim. There's your Recaro badging, the stitch work, the bolstering, Alcantara, the leather, so soft. Look at the bolstering. So here's the side of my hand, really gonna allow you to stay nicely planted. Of course, full power for both the passenger and the driver, and you're getting that panoramic sunroof, which is surrounded by even more Alcantara. Alcantara on the A-pillars, Alcantara everywhere, and then the cherry on top, there's a mirror. But watch, it's got the electric rearview mirror. Very nice, extra touch, clear as can be. See, what's nice about this camera is that as you're just pulling cars on that car that you're racing at the street light, you could see them real far back. When they're about 2 football fields behind you, you can still see them on that electric mirror. But why don't you come over to the business end? I want to show you behind the wheel of this Cadillac CTS-V. All right, guys, welcome to the fighter cockpit seat in this CTS-V. I love the badging. This lights up at night. You do have 2 memory settings if you need to save and share this with somebody. I wouldn't share this car with anybody. I don't care. This car is that amazing. Steering wheel, great thickness. I wish it was flat bottom. That's my only zonk, is that I wish it looked a little bit more racy. And this gloss black needs to go. This should all be carbon fiber, but the buttons are easy to get to. You got paddles, massive paddles on the back of the steering wheel to go up and down that 8-speed automatic transmission. And then this dash is a thing of beauty. It's full TFT display. I like the way they kept the half bezels, like little half moons, just to kind of frame everything there. That tack looks gorgeous. Let me show you as we go through the different modes. So right now I'm in sport. I'll go into track. So you have track, you have snow and ice in case things get slippery when wet, and then back to tour. So nice to have the variety of the different options when it comes to what is your driving, what's going on, how do you want to be a little bit more comfy, you can. You do have a heads-up display, which is great, but you can see the bolstering just high enough to where you could enjoy this every single day, but yet when it's time to turn up the wick, you can. Let's go ahead, check out the back seat and see where your passengers are gonna be crapping themselves as you're doing 200 miles an hour. All right, guys, back seat time. Get your butt in here because you're not gonna believe this. One-piece backs. This is Alcantara. This isn't plastic, this isn't leather. One-piece backs with the Alcantara. You have an Alcantara pocket. So you could put your Alcantara Frisbee or your Alcantara Abacus in the back portion of this Alcantara seat. Very nicely done. You have same AC controls as up front back here, 2 AC vents, heated seats, no ventilated seats. You do have 2 USBs so that your passengers can keep their phones charged as they're filming you, ripping down either the drag strip, a road course, or your favorite twisty road. And then plenty of headroom. I'm sitting in Alcantara. What about armrests? It's a little hard, but the good news is this is where you want to store all the pink slips. So every time you win a car, put the pink slip in here. And if your passengers get thirsty, there's your 2 cup holders, nicely put. Also, let me close this. You do have security shades. So if your passengers don't want to be seen by anybody, these go up and down very, very easily. But let's go ahead, let's check out the trunk and see how much room we have back there for a couple slicks. All right, guys, time to check out what can we put in the back of a CTS-V. Nice, slow rising. It's not electric assist, but guess what? You could put 2 slicks, 2 wheels with slicks mounted back here, no problem. You do have a pass-through, and the seats fold down as well, which is great. Here's a nice little cubby that you could have those race winning Twinkies for your whole team. And it just makes it that much usable. So 14 cubic feet of space in this CTS-V, nice wide opening. You could get a jack in there, a couple jack stands, swap them out, do the business, and then after you're done beating everybody, put your street tires back on and just cruise on home. But why don't we go ahead, let's get to the best part. If you're ready, I'm definitely ready. Let's take the CTS-V for a spin. All right, guys, we're in the 2019 CTS-V. These seats are hugging me so nicely. I do have it in sport mode right now, and really just a special car, and I'm just so glad to share it with you guys, because once we get on that loud pedal, I feel like all hell's gonna break loose. So the wonderful news is cool, calm, and collective in here. Everywhere you touch, it feels good. Visibility out that front windshield is amazing. You can see the underside of the hood being carbon fiber. But why don't we go ahead, let's get on throttle. On throttle, here we go. Wow. Oh my God. The whine you get from the supercharger, the way the 8-speed drops down, it puts you back in the seat and you are off and running. This thing is nothing but the business. The Q system is a little annoying, I'll be honest, and there's a lot of gloss black in the center, but the dash is on the money, and everything else is just so perfect in here. It really, really is. Mirrors are a little on the small side, but I think that's just something that you would get used to once you get the lay of the land, so to speak. I'm gonna put it in a manual shift mode and use those massive paddles. Steering is so on point. This thing, look at this, oh my God. Oh my God. It's just the sensation you get when you get on throttle, and knowing that this is the last of the CTS-V. I mean, that right there is the icing on the cake. But let me go ahead and drop it down into second. I'm gonna do a slow roll. Let me do first, what the heck? First gear, on throttle, oh my God. Oh my God, this thing. And I'm telling you, the steering has such a great weight to it. It feels phenomenal. You're so connected to this thing. Downshifts are very, very fast, very crisp. Wow. All right, guys, here we go, on throttle. Wow. Going around this right-hand bend, third gear, on throttle. Oh my God, the sound is so amazing. And the way the chassis, it's so balanced. It feels really, really, really good. Wow. Of course, brakes, you're clamping down on those flying saucers. They look like UFOs hidden behind those wheels, or I should say just sticking out behind those wheels. They feel like UFOs, so braking capability of this thing, you're gonna slow it down, shed speed, just like a cobra sheds its skin every single day. That's how fast you can shed speed in this thing. But just the sound of that supercharged V8, the paddles, I don't know, I wish they were just designed a little different, but they're nice and large, so you're gonna hit them every single time you go to grab for a gear, which is obviously what you really, really want to do. Not have to worry about and think about, am I gonna hit the paddle at the right time? But I'm telling you, geez, the power in this thing. Wow, 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 wow. First gear, On throttle, here we go. Whoa! On the brakes into this right-hand bend. We got clear road, looks good. Here we go. Yeah! Wow! It's like you're at a casino and you're doing the jackpot, and that's how fast the numbers are spinning. I can't even like mentally comprehend how fast that digital speedometer is just spinning those numbers. Unbelievable. And so smooth. So very, very smooth. The right amount of V8 sound. Yeah, I could be greedy and ask for a little bit more supercharger whine, but it's still very, very pleasant, very present as well. Not only pleasant, but present. And that's what you want. I mean, if you got a supercharged V8, why the hell do you not want to hear it? But here we are, second gear, on throttle. Whoa! Oh my God, on the brakes. Wow, feeling good, downshifting. Look at this. I'm in a Cadillac. Wow! Into this right-hand sweeper. Holds a line so nicely. Rolling on throttle, here we go. Wow, 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 wow. Whew. Unbelievable, unbelievable. Whew. All right, guys, on throttle again, wow. On the brakes, feeling good. Wow, the downshifts are so fast, so crisp, so smooth. Just a beast. This thing is just a beast. It really, really is. And it's crazy because with the rear wheel drive, you are breaking traction. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say that everything is just so peachy keen and all the power is going to the ground, but it's pretty efficient how it's getting the power to the ground, which is great. And then just driving normal, super duper smooth. I mean, it's that versatile of a vehicle. And I don't know, whatever owners were complaining about too much power, I want their names and addresses, because I need to go have a sit down with them about too much power. Just leave it in tour. That's what I would say. Or don't buy one. Even better. Well, let's go ahead and see how we can merge here. On throttle, yeah! I mean, look at this. It's ridiculous. I'm in a Cadillac. I'm not in a GT500. I'm not in, a Ferrari or a Corvette. I'm in a Cadillac. And this thing is just downright ridiculous. And then here we are. I'm going to take it out of manual shift mode. I'm going to go right back into drive. Drives really, really smooth. Now, you would think with those Pilot Super Sport tires, they're going to be noisier and whatnot. It's really nothing too bad. The magnetic ride suspension is what causes this whole package to work so very, very well. It's fine-tuning the suspension, the compression, the rebound, the dampening, all within nanoseconds. And that's what makes this wonderful. And the interior, yeah, the Q system, I'm not really in love with it, but the dash is drop dead race car sexy. I would like a flat bottom steering wheel and a little bit more carbon fiber, but other than that, to have a Cadillac that does 200 miles an hour, mind-blowing. But we're gonna go ahead. I'm sure they're wondering where we're at Dimmick Cadillac. We're gonna wrap this one up. It was great having you on the ride. I'll see you in a split second. All right, guys. It's been one of those days where you're just like, yes, this is what being a car enthusiast is all about. The CTS-V, all that horsepower, wrapped in a very, very sexy body. So many special touches. The new CT5-V is not out yet, but will it be at the level of performance that this beast is at? I don't think so. So should you get a 2019, if you could find one like this? I say, hell yes. Definitely want to thank Steve and Steve here at Dimmick Cadillac. Yes, two different Steves here at Dimmick Cadillac, giving us access to this cruise missile known as the CTS-V. If you want to keep seeing stuff like this on the channel, these muscle luxury cars, leave a comment in the comment section. If you're new and you're on your way out, hit the subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile coming back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Ready to Rise family. If you want to help us keep making great content just for you on the channel, click the link in the description, get yourself some Ready to Rise merch. Gotta give it up to Big Guns McGee. This Cadillac blew him away. He wants to supercharge his biceps. So Tom will figure that out. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.